Chilling up in the kingdom, chilling with Yahweh Shai and all the brothers and the sisters, cooling out, having fun, drinking yayan with Yahweh Shai up in the kingdom. Yeah.
Who are we? Esdras! That who are we? Esdras! Can't hear you.
Israel.
Who's the power?
Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai's the power.
I said, who's the power?
Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh.
Shalom Yasharala.
Shalom.
Shalom, shalom. Welcome to another class here with S.O.W, Stream of Wisdom. And we are located here in Houston, Texas. The school address is 231 FM, 1092, Stafford, Texas. Zip code 77477. We also have a school in Norfolk, Virginia. Their address is 2610 Granby Street, Norfolk, Virginia. Zip code 23517. We have a school in Rochester as well. The address out there is 1600 Lyle Ave, Rochester, Suite 1A, Rochester, New York. Zip code 14606. We also have a school in San Antonio, Texas. The address out there is 4444 Walls Road, Suite 201, San Antonio, Texas. Zip code 78218. We ask that you like, share, and subscribe to all these to all the schools, all the classes, schools. And I don't think the audio is not up. Not yet.
I can get this one, but let me still going.
Let me double. Oh, that's good. All right. Yeah. The class times and the location and all that. It's all on the screen. San Antonio's event, so I could tell y'all San Antonio's class times and days. It's Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 7:30 to 10:30. Saturday from 10 a.m. to about 2 p.m. Again, we ask that you like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channels, the Houston, the Virginia, the New York, and the San Antonio channels. Like, share, and subscribe to them. Like, share, and subscribe to Rashav's Blog Talk Radio, the Hidden Truth Bible Show, the Israelite Media Corps, 5 Minutes of Wisdom. Like, share, and subscribe to all those. Check out the YouTube shorts that we're doing. Like, share, and subscribe to all those as well. We do a kids class here in Houston every Sunday at 2 p.m. Like, share, and subscribe to that as well. A couple of things to like, share, and subscribe to. So on the 14th of September, we got the Feast of Memorial of Blowing the Trumpets. Again, that's the 14th of September. Then we got the Day of Atonement on the 23rd of September. Then we got the Feast of Tabernacles started on the 28th of September. And that's going to last until October 5th of September. So we got all those feast days coming up. Also, for the Passover garment, September the 30th, and September is going to be a busy month, huh? September the 30th is the last day to get your garment money in for your garments. So keep that in mind, brothers. September 30th is the last day to get the money in for your garments, so the sisters can get started on the Passover garment ASAP. So if you haven't, please get it in. And but until then, until that time, Israel Wear will still be taking orders. And of course, Fringed Up is still doing its thing as well. If you'd like to get a shirt and a headband. So if you'd like to get a nice custom garment made, Israel Wear is taking orders. If you'd like to be a part of Hebrew Academy, we do it here in Houston every Tuesday, and in Virginia and Rochester, they do it every Monday. If you'd like to contact the priest, you got Partazat to my left. His number is 303-557-8979. We got Priest Kazakia. His number is 757-300-4047. Text only during class, of course. And if you'd like to support, you can definitely support through Sweet Ambiance or sweetambiance.com. Go to chosencreations.com as well if you'd like to support. And, of course, all donations is welcome and needed. So, if anybody would like to help out with the schools, you can definitely help out with the schools. Of course, we know the first is coming up for everybody. That means the first is coming up for the schools as well. So, brothers and sisters, keep that in mind. And with that, we'd like to open it up for class. Try to give some time for everybody to log in with the announcements. So, yeah. With that, we'll open it up for class.
Yeah, shalom. When you're looking for that, you're looking for that one bagging scripture, that one banger, and you knew where it was at in your Bible. Then when you went there, it was not in your Bible. That's what I'm going through right now. I need this one. This is a good one. Well, y'all see the title real quick. What is the title? How the white man's killing us? Oh. Might as well, right? Slowly but surely. How the white man is stomping our brains out. Right? But that's not the title. But the title is Sweet Sabotage, the Impact of Sugar Consumption on Our Health. Now remember, I did say a few weeks ago I want to start doing these health classes and do a little bit more of targeting on certain things that we deal with in our health. We do these health classes and they're usually like a general synopsis of moderation and eating and this, but I kind of want to focus some of this energy, right, on like actual different things that like why we can't get over our humps in this health thing.
Yeah. Right.
So, I'm going to go through like 10 effects of sugar, 10 ways that sugar affects us negatively. And it's going to be some scriptures. It's not a lot of scriptures. This class may not even be 2 hours. All right. But there's definitely going to be some information that comes out. So, first and foremost, let me just say this. I'm not a doctor, right? I'm not a medical doctor, but you don't have to be a medical doctor to research this stuff, to look it up, and to understand it, right? You don't have to have a PhD. You don't have to have, you know why I'm saying that? Because when it's coming from black, hairy niggas with beards, it's like the information ain't valuable, right? But let Esau sit up here, right? Let Esau sit up here and tell you these things that I'm about to tell you. You listen to him. Right? You give him more credit because he got PhD behind his name. But remember, them same PhDs is what's lying to you. Them same DRs is the ones that are prescribing medicines that are keeping us sick and not, they're giving us a Band-Aid, but they're not giving us the fix. Done. You see that? So just because they got a DR or a PhD or a MD doesn't mean that doesn't mean that it's going to be the fix, man. Doesn't mean that it holds true. All right. And doesn't mean that the information is coming out genuine. We're coming with genuine information. Right. I've been looking into this stuff for a while, man. Right. And I've been using myself as the guinea pig, as well as getting other brothers. They don't even know I be getting their testimonials. They don't know it though. Right. Oh, what happened when you ate this? What happened when you drank that? Oh, what happened when you and I just gather the information, right? So let's deal with it real quick. So real quick, I'm gonna ask a question. Y'all can answer if you know the answer. If you don't, it's all good. How many names does sugar go by on labels? How many names? Give me a number. What you got?
I want to say 5.
5 different names for sugar. That's high. That's a lot, right? So what you got? Sugar, sucrose, what? Sucralose, glucose, aspartame, Sacralose? I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of them.
All right, what you got? How many names you think sugar falls under on labels? Different labels. Bryce?
Oh, me.
Ain't nobody behind you. You gonna count today. You gonna count today. How many?
I would say like 7.
7 names. What you think, my guy?
The only ones I know is 2.
Sugar and what?
Glucose.
And glucose. What?
Corn syrup and
What about, you said what? High fructose corn syrup. That's one.
sugar. Those are the only 2 I know.
Okay, what else? What you think, sisters? 7. Okay, what you think? How many names does sugar have on our food labels?
I only know as far as sugar and like when he said that
High fructose, right? Right, those are the ones that we know. There's actually about 65 different names that they use for sugar.
I was way off.
Oh yeah. Now,
God,
think about this. 65 different names. So what are they doing with sugar, first and foremost? They're giving it a what? Or, first of all, what does a criminal do when they don't want to be found out? What do they create? A what? Yeah, when a criminal don't want to get caught, the criminal comes up with an alias. Right? When they on the run, when they running from something, when they don't want to be shown for who they are, they're like, oh no, my name ain't Fred. It's Jim. My name ain't such and such. It's such and such. No, my name ain't Sugar. No. My name is High Fructose. Right? I'm that new guy. Right? I'm that new, and either button's a top button. I go by Glucose now. And then when he gets found out, when too many people catch on, what does he do? He changes up the alias. Right? But now we know Sugar is not purposely doing that. Who is? Right, it's the food manufacturers, right? Now, we're gonna get into who controls all that. Right? Now, just think about it. You got about 65 different names. How many pounds of sugar does the average American, without looking it up? I want to see if y'all know. How many pounds of sugar do y'all think the average person in America consumes on a yearly basis?
Oh.
Yearly. How many pounds? I'm going to say this. It's the size of a small human being. What? Okay. What you got?
Like a little bit over 200 pounds.
A little bit. Oh, dang. That's my weight. That's a lot. What you got?
Small human being. Small human being.
Like your high school weight. What you got?
High school. Maybe about like I got 150.
Oh man, right? I was at 160, so
You know,
hey, I was a slim stepper back in them days. You see what I'm saying? What you got? So you said 150. What you say?
Like 170.
170. Okay, you say 100. A little bit over 200. That's a grip.
over 200.
200. Dang, y'all in there? Okay. 100. What you say, sis? Oh, you capping? Okay, she gotta look because she gotta put it up there. What you say? You got it. Yeah, it's about 152 pounds per year. Now let's translate that, because 150 pounds, you're like, oh, what's the big deal, right? Well, first of all, the reason why you're eating so much sugar is because it's in everything, right? Now let's look at how much 152 pounds translates to per day, right? So 150 pounds of sugar, that is 5,515 tablespoons per year. That equals 15 tablespoons. The tablespoon's the big boy. So imagine taking 15 of those daily and just like you making Kool-Aid, but you're the pitcher. It ain't no water. It ain't no Kool-Aid. It's just straight sugar. Imagine shoveling 15 tablespoons of sugar into your mouth. Just raw cane sugar. Now just think about it. We all been kids and we all done dipped into the bag of white sugar. We all done crept.
I definitely used to.
Oh man, come on. That whole sugar be gone. Moms be like, yo, who ate all the sugar? It wasn't us. You know damn well. See, our thing was condensed milk. Oh, that sweet condensed milk. Don't let the grown-ups, they use that. They put it in their tea. Then they cover it with some foil paper or some plastic wrap, and they do what? Right in the refrigerator on the side door, right?
Yep.
And what we used to do, bro, we drink that thing right from the can. Because you just bust the can, boop, 2 holes. You gotta suck all the air out. Oh, bro, he knows. Because that condensed milk was almost like a meal when you broke. Time.
What's the best tea?
That thing go on cereal. Frosted cornflakes became frosted flakes just like that with some condensed milk. Cheerios became sugar Cheerios just like that with some condensed milk. But the point is, what did that condensed milk do to you as soon as or that sugar, as soon as you scooped it out? You blasted off, right? You took off like they put rocket fuel inside of you. Because that's what sugar does. It gives you that real quick boost, right? It gives you that boost. Now, so we got 5,515 tablespoons per year equals 15 per day. That's 16,547 teaspoons per year. That's 45 teaspoons per day. So, you know the small one? Yeah, imagine taking 45 of those and putting that in a cup of something and drinking it, a cup of coffee. That's what we, on the average, living on the SAD diet, standard American diet, right? This is what we consume because they figured out a way to put sugar in every aspect of our life, in every food that don't even need it. They putting sugar in fruits. They putting sugar in coconut water. Like, why you gotta put sugar in coconut water? So now you gotta be real conscious and do what? Let me get the natural coconut water with no added sugars. You always gotta look for added sugar. Something will say sugar free, but then they do an added sugar. It'd be 15 grams, 30 grams. Sometimes the sugar that's added is more than what's naturally in that food, right? So, I mean, you got to understand, ever since the processed food age is when they started being able to add sugar to damn near everything, right? So, go to Deuteronomy real quick and let's get a few scriptures and let's just talk about why. Why is this happening to us? Because this is the thing. Yes, this affects the whole American society, right? But who's the greater affected? Who is it intended to greatly affect? Yeah, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives, right? The white man, he goes and does Pilates. He knows how to do exercises, right? He got gym memberships. He got all these things set up. He got dental plans. He got medical insurance. He got all these things set up to somewhat combat the effects that these bad foods have on your physical health. What's that?
He also has nutritionists.
He got nutritionists, right? That tell him all the things that I'm about to tell y'all. But we don't know these things. That's why, hold that real quick. Let's go to Hosea 4 and 6. Elijah, get that. So my God, stay where you at. Read it.
Hosea chapter 4 verse 6.
Go ahead.
My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
Yeah, this is what is destroying us. It's not that sugar is a bad thing, but the lack of knowledge about sugar is a bad thing. I'm going to tell you straight up, consuming processed sugar is the single most worst thing for your health ever. Like literally anything that has white cane sugar in it. You know how they take that sugar cane and they process it down? The worst thing for your health. I don't care what you do. I don't care how much you exercise, work out, eat good, vegan, As soon as you consume that sugar, and when we go through these things, you're going to see, like, it is the single worst thing you could ever do to your body.
What's some examples of processed sugar?
Oh, we about to go into it. Oh, gee. I thought that was we about to go into it. All that.
Damn, I thought you spilled it on the
Yeah, I thought so too. I'm sorry. Good thing you got another one, right?
Yeah, but it's not.
It's not the same. So my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, right? And that's what, again, it's not about the fact that sugar is evil or wicked. It's what has been done to manipulate the sugar to make it evil and wicked. I always say it. There's three things on this earth. When you look at them, they're the same thing. Now, is cocaine bad? Cocaine's a hell of a drug. But guess what? When you compare cocaine to sugar and its effects, they're identical. Now, who's in here hitting the coke? Right? Nobody got white lady hanging from their nose, right?
Yeah,
who got the booger sugar? Right? But you got that liver sugar. You got that old bad heart sugar. Right? You got it one way or the other. You're not doing it up the nose, but you're ingesting it through your gut. And it's destroying us. Think about it. You get the cocaine high, you get a sugar high. Right? First of all, cocaine and sugar, two green plants that are refined down to white powders. Right? And then when you hit it, you bounce off the wall. Then you come down and then you fiend for more. Right? You lose teeth, you lose legs, you lose arms. It kills your circulation. Both of them do that. Right? So, I mean, one is not better than the other when you really look at it. The problem is this, that sugar is a socially accepted drug. Did y'all know that? It's socially accepted. That's why nobody looks down on it. Because you can go to a bakery. Now imagine if they was cooking crack at a bakery. You'd be like, man, what is going on? Right? Somebody call the police. Right? But guess what? You got bakeries. You got Starbucks. They pumping sugar into brothers and sisters. What else you got? Huh?
Gas station.
The gas station. They'll tell you straight up, they make more money on the little delicatessens, the little Debbie cakes, right, than they do on gas. Right? What else?
Wow.
Dunkin' Donuts.
You got Dunkin' Donuts. You got Dairy Queen. Shipley's. Right? Just think about it. Their whole menu, they go through pounds and pounds. Somebody look up how many pounds of sugar Shipley's Donuts goes through in a year. They probably go through 1 million tons, man.
Wow.
How many pounds one Shipley's Donuts or one Dunkin' Donuts goes through in 1 year? They probably go through tons and tons of sugar, and we ingest that. Right? And that's just the baked goods. But then think about all the candy brands, right, that are on the shelves. The Mars brand. You know the Mars brand, right? What are they responsible for? The chocolate bars, Mars, the Skittles, the M&Ms. First of all, Skittles is banned in Europe. Did y'all know that?
Oh, I didn't.
It's considered a cancer causer in Europe because of the dyes, the yellow 5, the blue 11s, the blue ones, the yellow ones. It's banned in certain countries in Europe. But here in America, the so-called FDA, they're like, oh, that's good for consumption. Right? So read Deuteronomy for me.
You got Marshawn Lynch.
Deuteronomy.
Skittles.
Marshawn Lynch. But think about it. When Marshawn Lynch be popping them Skittles and he get on the field, what does he call that? Beast mode. That's his beast mode. He pop all them Skittles and then he go crazy. Because that's what sugar does to you. Watch, read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48.
Go ahead.
Therefore, shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Therefore what?
Shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Yeah, therefore shall y'all serve y'all's enemies. Why? Go ahead.
Which the Most High shall send against thee.
Go ahead.
In hunger.
See, so the foods that we eat are dictated by our enemy. Shipley's, Dunkin', Starbucks, all them, McDonald's, Burger King, Whataburger, In-N-Out Burger. I don't care if In-N-Out got burger got scriptures all over the cup. Because that chick is putting John 3:16 in line, talking about God so loved the world. You look at the bottom of the fry, you see John 3:16. Man, you better toss that away.
Yeah.
That's Satan, that's Satan, bro, in some fries. Right? That's the devil. The devil is not welcome here. Right? Devil is not welcome here. Right? But it's our enemies that are feeding us. So are they going to take, like, is a wicked enemy going to take care for his enemy? Or is he just going to feed him whatever? Whatever is clever, right? Whatever gets him fat, whatever gets him full, whatever keeps him working. That's why you got to bang them Red Bulls every day. I was guilty. I stopped drinking those things. I stopped drinking because they had so much sugar. I'm like, whoa, this is insane. Yeah, bruh, it was just pointless to drink them. Right? Then you start getting them for the taste. And that's when you know you got demons on you, when you getting a Red Bull for the taste. Oh, they got that new summer flavor out, that fig apple. Let me go get that. They got that winter blueberry. Let me go cop that. Right? But yeah, it's for the taste. But they get you so hooked that the caffeine don't work and you do it for the taste. Right? Then you're like, man, let me get these other ones. The Cellulose, the Monster. Right? You got cats walking around hitting pre-workout. That thing is filled with sugar. Just in a different name. But see, our enemies are in control of all these industries. The food industry? What did somebody look up how much Dunkin' Donuts or Shipley's? Somebody looked that up. I just want to know how much sugar they go through in a year. How much does one Dunkin' Donuts, how much sugar do they use? Corey got it. You finish reading.
And in thirst.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's why you got to drink all the Red Bulls, the Starbucks. First of all, they got some demon on the cup. And then they bang the Frappalache, whatever, full of, they pump the sugar in. How many pumps of sugar do you want? I need 6 pumps.
I'm guilty.
Wow. That old fake sweetener.
I need about 10 pumps.
That brothers be getting 10 pumps of sweetener. You know what that's doing to your stomach? But see, in hunger and in thirst, go ahead.
And in nakedness.
Right, go ahead.
And in want of all things.
Go ahead.
And he shall put a yoke of iron.
Right.
Upon thy neck.
Yeah, but now he don't gotta drag you to the convenience store to get all the candy. He ain't gotta drag you to the Shipley's or to the Dunkin' Donuts or to even to the grocery store to buy bad food. Right? But then this is the thing. A lot of us are becoming health conscious, excuse me, 2 different words, right? And we're reading labels, but guess what they turned the label into? A damn science project. You got to know chemistry to read these labels. You literally have to know chemistry to be able to understand sodium chloride, what it is and what it does, and why is it in my food? Why are they putting cleaners in my food and calling it food grade? Right? How many different names does sugar go under when they manipulate it? Because that's all it is. They manipulate it and they can name it something else. Right? Even when you read, all natural cane sugar. No bueno. The best way to consume cane sugar is to go to that sugar cane, rip that bark off, bite that sugar cane. You'll get some of that bark, some of that fiber inside, and you'll get that natural sugar juice. If you never had it, I suggest you try some. It is the best.
Those are addicting. We used to eat a lot of them.
Yeah.
And they would grow up because they're tree of
Yeah, look like a bamboo. Yeah, just same thing in Jamaica. My grandparents had some cane. Bro, you go back there, pop, pop, pop. And you eating cane, man. And that thing, bro, you would eat it and you wouldn't even, it was like eating a fruit. It was literally like picking a mango off of a tree. Because that thing is growing from the ground. It's balanced. It's not refined to where one thing is being isolated over another. And that's what they do when they refine your food. They isolate certain things for taste and how it's going to affect your body. What's that?
I heard they banned sugar cane in America.
No, you can buy sugar cane in America. What it is this. Because remember, sugarcane was one of the most produced things ever in the Americas, in Florida. The Domino was the biggest, and it might still be the biggest sugar cane. And remember, that's where all the Jamaicans and Dominicans were coming up on work visas, and they put them on these damn plantations in Florida and was killing them. What it is this. The reason why they don't use sugar is because it's more expensive to produce. It's more expensive to produce than coming up with high fructose corn syrup. What's quicker to grow? Corn or cane? Corn. One kernel. You can get 3 ears of corn on one kernel. So imagine how many, if you got a corn ear this big, that probably got over 100 kernels on it. That's 100 stalks of corn times by 3. That's now 300 ears. Corn is one of the most easiest things to grow, to produce, to manufacture, to refine. You see that? They refine it down into that high fructose, and there you have it. So these are the consequences for the disobeying the Most High. Right? So go to Lamentations 5.
Wait, before we go, can we read verse 49?
Yeah, read it.
Verse 49.
Mm-hmm.
The Most High shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Because, bro, I don't understand. I don't understand their tongue.
Yeah.
When you look at the back and you see all that,
yeah,
all those different ingredients like you were going over, it's the amount of different names that they have for sugar. You thinking you're going sugarless, or you're going on a diet soda or a diet drink or whatever, but then it's pumped with all these different. It's pumped with sugar just under different names.
Yeah, aspartame,
and you don't know.
You might as well go get a regular soda with high fructose if you're going to go get a diet soda. The diet soda is worse. Aspartame is, bro, the way that thing plays with your heart and shards up your arteries. Y'all know that's what sugar does to penetrate the bloodstream, right? The cubes, they shard your arteries up. They literally cut through your artery and leach into the blood faster. Aspartame, sugar does that. That's what it does. It don't dissolve. It just goes through that artery. It goes into the bloodstream.
Time, bro.
Right?
Aspartame. I don't even know what aspartame. Anybody know what aspartame is?
Aspartame, yeah, it's an artificial sweetener.
See, well, why didn't they just put artificial sweetener?
Because then,
but I mean, that's the point I was making with the scripture. It's like you don't understand the tongue. They use these.
You know why?
And all this, and then you're like,
because the whole thing, like a Coke Zero, is not supposed to have any sweetener in it.
Yeah. So
you can't put artificial sweetener if it's supposed to have zero sugar. So you name it, and nobody's gonna look up. Hey, what is this? They're like, oh snap! I don't see no sugar or any high fructose. I'm in the clear.
It's like when you like you're gonna take like a vitamin pill or something, and it's like you got to look up this certain word to see if that means pork. Yeah. It's like gelatin. It's like, bro, just put pork. But I mean, the point I'm like now it's a little bit easier because we all, we got smartphones, so it's like we could look it up like really quick. Can you imagine back in the day when you didn't?
Right. It's in gum too.
And you saw you look at these labels and you don't know what it is. How would you have known as quickly as we can find out now because we have smartphones, But that's the whole point. We don't want you to know. Yeah. We don't want you to know, right? That's the whole point of it is, and we're going to get into it. Go to Lamentations 5 and 6 real quick.
Lamentations chapter 5, verse 6.
I'm just trying to sprinkle. At first, I was going to do this class with 0 scriptures. I was like, nah, we're Bible school. So let's go to the scriptures. Go ahead.
We have given the hand to the Egyptians.
Come on.
And to the Assyrians.
Right.
To be satisfied with bread.
Yeah, it's like we've given the hand, we've bowed the knee for these Egyptians and Assyrians, for these other nations to feed us. But think about it. Is not their bread defiled? Is not their foods defiled? Right? Me and my rib, she was doing some work last night, And I hopped on Instagram, and there's this dude that does these comments on like the street foods in India. And so the woman was cooking something, and she spit from her mouth like the water that she needed for the food. He was like, "Damn, auntie, you just gonna spit in the pot?" Right? He's like, "Oh, so you gonna cut up them onions and with some dirty hand, huh?" He's like, "I see why y'all be getting sick." Bro, it's hilarious the way Judah be talking. When you see these nations, bro, they just using their bare hands to scoop everything after they done touch dirty money, dirty utensils. She spit the water. She's cooking for the community. They stamping out bread. It's like stamping out bread in the middle of the floor. They walking over the dough. He's like, "Oh, so you just gonna have that pizza feet." He said pizza feet, huh? And me and my rib is sitting there dying. First of all, it's disgusting, but the way he was talking, he made it funny as hell. But it was disgusting because you got these people, they're literally walking over the dough that you gonna buy the naan bread. I mean healthy. They walking barefoot on the naan bread. He's like, so he was saying like, yeah, so maybe he showered at some point in the day, but then he got his feet on the dough. They walking through the rice. So I bet y'all still gonna eat that. It's wild. These nations, bro, they do things different. I'm telling y'all. Bro, the brother, not a brother, but this cat in Jamaica.
Elon took a big L, huh?
This cat in Jamaica, he walked up on these Chinese cats. He's like, "Yo, we in Jamaica. And look what they out here doing." The two Chinese dudes was cooking up the dogs. Bro, the Jamaican dude said, "Listen, bro, tie your dogs up. Tie up the cats." Because they went because the Chinese, the Chinese have they flooded the islands, so they out there bringing their customs of the foods they eat. Right? They bringing their customs, the foods that they eat. So think about it. If you wouldn't eat their foods, why would you let them feed you?
That's true.
If you wouldn't eat their food and you don't understand their language, why are you letting them feed you? Well, that's what we asked for. Jump down to verse 9.
Verse 9.
Go ahead.
We get our bread
Right?
with the peril of our lives.
Come on.
Because
Yeah, it's like you eat and your life is in the balance. You eat and you got a man like, dang, is this going to kill me? Am I going to get sick? Am I going to get some damn bowel movement, diarrhea? Am I going to be like Antiochus?
Oh, wow.
Bowels got so interrupted. It's like an invisible plague. Incurable. Am I going to eat and get food poisoning? Am I going to eat and die? Am I going to eat and catch the fever? Well, this is the problem. This is what we asked for. Read on.
Because of the sword of the wilderness.
Right. So, when y'all get a chance, look for them videos when Elon was walking on that dough. That's your pita bread. Let me get that gyro. That's that. Right? So let's talk about some of the foods. I got 30 foods here and this is just 30. 30 foods that you may have not known has a bunch of added sugar. First of all, we know soda, right? Nobody should be drinking sodas on a regular basis. But really, think about when you drink a soda, how you feel. I know I drink one, I want to die.
You know, why did
He loves Coke.
Why I did the fast,
Right.
and then I had afterwards broken it, and the stuff that I broke it with all the soda and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This felt terrible. You just taste straight sugar.
Yeah.
You know?
And really not even the sugar. You taste like, you can taste like the chemicals.
Yeah, it just tastes.
And your body is saying, man, this ain't natural.
Yeah.
Your body is like, wait a minute, this ain't it. But guess what? It tastes good. Your body says it ain't it, but your mind is like, nah, nigga, keep drinking. Because they make it like that. That's part of the food industry. Somebody look up how much the food industry makes per year. Right? We got fruit drinks. All those high C and juicy juice and Fanta. That ain't real fruit juice, y'all. Stop it. You're not drinking healthy. A cranberry ocean spray, that's not real cranberry juice. If you look, that probably got 40, 50 grams of added sugar. Right? Flavored yogurts, terrible. One of the worst things you could ever eat. Applesauce, crackers, smoothies, alcohol mixers, fruit snacks. The worst thing you could ever eat. There's actual fruit snacks with real fruit that you can get. Nut butters, like I'm eating Nutella. Stop. Okay? Quit it. Instant oatmeal, another thing that is one of the worst foods you could ever eat. What you do is open the package and spread it out and watch how it sparkles. It's all sugar. It's all sugar. That's why it tastes so good. All you adding is water. Think about it. You either adding water, and if you add water, you're like, oh yeah, it's all right. Should have threw some milk up in there. You throw that milk in there to get that creaminess.
Yeah.
And you're like, yo, how is this so on point? Strawberries, fake, dehydrated, like little turds.
Oh man, come on.
Right? Little dehydrated turd berries. Sugar berries, right? What else we got? Your jams, jelly, Welch's. That ain't no real grapes. Talking about natural flavors. It ain't real grape. Right? You're better off eating like preserves. Right? Granola bars, another bad thing for you. It's terrible. Dried fruit, believe it or not, dried fruit are bad for you. Fresh fruit is what you want. When you dry fruit, what happens is the sugar in the fruit goes up on its own. Coffee drinks, Starbucks, all that stuff. Bread. Flavored bottled waters. I mean, what y'all thought? Like the blueberry flavor in there somehow tasted like blueberry without them adding sugar?
But it says sparkling water though.
Well,
So
you got sparkling water, right? Like this ain't got no sugar in it, right? But like flavor waters, like they got the little small like Aquafina berry, raspberry in this. Terrible. And they, you know what they do? They get those to little kids to get them drinking water, but you're letting them drink water but burning holes through their teeth because they got cavities. A lot of parents want like, why do my kids have cavities? You giving them flavor water? Because enough of that, it'll burn the enamel off the baby teeth and the teeth that ain't came yet. Right? Bottled teas. That Nestle tea, the iced tea that you getting, that it tastes so smooth. Just look on the back. That got high fructose in it. Right? Salad dressing. That I call it crack dressing. Right? That Olive Garden. That Olive Garden Italian. Oh. Woo. Bro.
I got you, bro.
When you look at the back of that, it's high fructose.
Got ranch, got Thousand Islands,
yeah, it's
got honey mustard.
Oh, he's the dressing
sauce.
king. He's the dressing king. So let him drop it.
Yeah, you need all that though. You need honey barbecue.
No, you don't though. What you need is some balsamic vinaigrette, some olive oil, some salt, and some pepper, and that's it.
You need
Right?
all that so you can mix it together.
Oh.
You mix it in your
All the salt. What? Oh wow, that's different. Lemonade, right? You got lemonade, obviously. Even if it's all natural, guess what? Ain't no way. Go make you some lemonade on your own. Lemons are sour. How do they get it to be an aid? Where they get the aid part from? Sugar is sugar aid, right? And then last but not least, sports drinks, Gatorade. They fill them with sugar for a reason because your body needs those electrolytes and that sugar to adhere to the molecules in your body to hydrate you. But bro, they're putting 10 teaspoons in a Gatorade. Little 16-ounce Gatorade got 10 teaspoons. Gatorade never used to taste like that. Gatorade used to be more salty way back in the day.
It's still. I was gonna ask why does it taste salty?
Because salt is what you need to recover. Sodium is what you need when you're dehydrated. Salt. What salt does, it attaches to the molecules in your body. It allows the magnesium to do what it does, the potassium to do what it does, and that's how you hydrate your cells. So guess what? You could drink a lot of water and be dehydrated if you don't have enough salt in your body. And we're going to talk about that. What's that?
Salt also helps with like the electrolytes in your body.
Salt, that's what it is. It's a trace mineral, which is just sodium. And it's the electrolytes. That's what it does. Electrolytes is what hydrates your actual cells. So again, you can drink all the water in the world and be dehydrated if you don't have enough salt and magnesium in your body, right? Now, why do y'all think they got us on these sugars like that? Like why they were able to toss it into everything? Well, just think about it. We're naturally predisposed to want sugar, right? I mean, you can eat the biggest meal and then what you want after?
Some dessert.
You want something sweet. My rib knows me. I be grubbing. I be like, babe, what you got? 'Cause I say that, she knows what I'm talking about. She's like, I'll be right back. And she'll slide to the garage and pull something from under all the stuff we got up in there. She'll pull it from under the damn elliptical that I don't use. Right? Something sweet. Because your body naturally wants sweet food, but where were we supposed to get the sweets from? What was the candy of the earth?
Honey.
Well, honey, but it was fruit.
Man, I said that with confidence.
Well, the Bible. Well, no, you're right. But the Bible even says eat honey and don't overeat honey.
Yeah.
Right. But fruit, you can't overeat fruit. Right. You can literally binge on fruit and not get sick, because the process what fruit does in your body, you know that fruit ferments in your body, as opposed to like meat and dairy. Those things rot in your body. They're already rotting, and then you eat them rotting. Fruit, they ferment in the gut and promote natural, good, healthy gut bacteria. Right? So, it's just a natural tendency. Right? It's a natural tendency. Let's see here.
What's up with them?
Did you still want that?
Where you at?
The food industry.
Yeah, what does the food industry make per year?
So in 2023,
Right?
it made 1.5 trillion.
Sure. That's the damn American budget. That's the American debt. The trillions. Think about that. The food industry made $1.5 trillion, and the majority of that is them GMOing and manipulating food for it to taste so good. I always say it. How the hell do you have one Lay's chip tasting like chicken, waffles, and syrup? Nigga, it's not like you got one chip tasting like the whole Big Mac. One chip gonna taste like Roscoe's. Come on, man. Oh, it's definitely something weird going on. But how can they manipulate that? Right? Well, we know they're GMO in the food, but then we know that they're adding so much sugar. That's why people are obese. That's why you can't stop, right? The whole point of the food industry is to make you not be able to stop. Remember, they're not making their money on salad, right? It's part of the industry, but I guarantee you it's a low grossing part of the industry. They're making money on processed foods, things that contain high amounts of sugar and additives. And things like high fructose corn syrup is one of those things that when you eat it, you cannot stop. You literally become addicted. Your body yearns and you fiend for it. That's why when you go on a no sugar diet, what you get? Headaches. Well, that's what people on crack get. People on heroin, they get headaches. You start getting the shakes. You start getting the shivers. Niggas start sweating. That sounds like withdrawals to me. Now, why would you have to withdraw from something that's in your food? Right? So,
I've had withdrawals from sugar twice.
Yeah, because you went on 2 sugar fast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had withdrawals twice, cold sweats.
Yeah.
At night for like a week.
Waking up.
Just blanket on, blanket off, wet.
Because the Mars bar, the damn candy is in your brain.
Wow.
The 10 pumps of sugar. You jumped up like you thought they were squeezing it in your mouth. You thought it was the sugar. Oh, it's just sweat.
Wow.
Wow. You know what too, man? Like being on the sugar, being sugar free when I was doing it. Like I ain't gonna lie, I was eating good, but it was just always something missing.
Now,
there's always something missing, man. All right.
LaShawn, how much sugar do y'all put in the dressing? LaShawn, the sister in VA said, I'm a chef at BJ's restaurant. I make all the dressings and I also make the balsamic. And yes, it has sugar in it. How much sugar y'all put? Now, Corey, you make barbecue sauce. How much sugar to get the optimal taste? How much sugar you got to put in there? Be for real.
I don't measure.
You just do it to taste. Yeah. So that means that it's a grip. When cats don't be measuring, the first pour is like, Then they like, oh, let me taste that. Oh, no. Then they start scooping little scoops, but the first one, it's like when you make Kool-Aid. Bro, the first pour of that sugar was like that. You could look at the bottom, and that's what the sugar was in a gallon.
Needed that.
And then that little old packet or two, if you was a Kool-Aid connoisseur like myself, you start mixing flavors before they was.
What?
Yeah, that lemon berry.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Kool-Aid coming out looking like rainbows. Look like a gem just on that fridge light. It just starts sparkling, right?
Make them cool cups.
And it was smooth. But that first pour of sugar, man, that pound of sugar, bro. Listen, half a bag. Right? To the point where you chewing the Kool-Aid. That's bad Kool-Aid. When you can chew it, that's bad Kool-Aid. I've had that Kool-Aid. You pour it in and come out sludgy.
Oh,
Nah, that's bad Kool-Aid. Your Kool-Aid gotta be smooth. Right? Gotta be smooth, man. So let's go to Psalms. Let's see here. Mashaba. Shalom, Matt. Shalom, Mashaba. Go to Psalms 83 and 1. I haven't even gotten to the good stuff yet. I haven't even gotten into the effects. Wait till I start hitting y'all with these effects. What's that?
Shippers got their stuff hidden. It ain't showing how much
It ain't showing how much sugar because they use tons. Shipley's is shipping in tons of sugar. They're not going to tell you because they know you read that. You're going to be like, wait a minute. Okay, for instance, you know what you could go watch if you want to see what's real? When the next time you up in the mall, you got to catch it at the right time. Go stand at the Cinnabon. I don't know if they let you do it anymore, but you used to be able to watch them make the Cinnabuns. Bro, one batch of rolls, they used to put the whole thing of sugar in there. I used to watch them. They would pour the whole pound. Now think about that. Now back in my day, as a young man, it was standard to hit 2 Cinnabuns in one sitting. Maybe even 2.5. Wash it down with a Coke. And guess what? I would literally. So I sit in the car and eat it, right? And I smash it down, drink that Coke. And I sit there and I feel myself lift out of my body. I get a literal sugar high. Like, I sit there, I'd fall back like a fiend. Recline the seat back and just be like this. And the cream is just dripping down the side of the beard. And there was no beard back then. It was my peach fuzz. And I'd be in the car like just... But then, bruh, I started getting fat as hell. I started getting fat, eating 2 Cinnabuns a day. Sometimes we had the cart right next to the Cinnabon spot, so they was dropping off the 16-pack or the 12-pack, whatever it was. 2 of them. You wouldn't even warm that up. You just hit that cold. It was real like that. It was that real. But if you ever get a chance to watch them make that Cinnabon, bro, they would pour that sugar in there. I used to get scared, but guess what? My eyes is looking like, man, that's bad. But my taste buds is like, get 2. Get 2 with the almond sprinkles and the brown and the white. Get you an almond bun. Yeah, get that corner one too because it got a little crispiness on the side. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. You know it's bad when you could take apart a Cinnabon in sections and never ever make a mess. I know how to cut that Cinnabon into 4 and peel that layer back and boom. And never ever get met, bro. A pro. Cinnabon eating pro, bro. I'm serious. It was bad. I was addicted to them Cinnabons, right? So, how is this happening? Why is it happening? Who is it that's doing it? Psalms 83 and 1. Let's get that real quick.
Psalm chapter 83, verse 1.
Go ahead.
Keep not thou silence.
Go ahead.
O God.
Go ahead.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold up. He said in a gallon of balsamic vinaigrette, they use a pint of sugar. Now, a pint, you know a pint, the box of milk, right? How many pints make a gallon? Somebody look that up. I was bad at that stuff. 6. A pint is 16 ounces, yeah. A gallon is about 120 ounces. No. Right? Don't quote me on that one. How much?
Isn't this 16 ounces?
Yeah.
It's 8.
How many gallons in an ounce? How many
Gallons in a gallon?
How many ounces in a gallon?
This is 16 ounces.
How many ounces in a gallon?
6.9 ounces.
Oh, 128. I was close. 128. So think about that. You got this much sugar going into a gallon of milk. Bro, that's insane. Now we get it. They spreading it out to different people. But balsamic vinaigrette is supposed to be just that. Balsamic vinaigrette, oil, a little bit of salt, and a little bit of pepper. It's supposed to be a natural alternative. Right? Read.
And be not still, O God.
Go ahead.
For lo, thine enemies.
Damn, she said our Santa Fe ranch has a quart of sugar. A quart. A quarter of a gallon. Bro, that's insane. They're killing people. Go ahead. Keep not thou silence. Why? Because they're killing people. But who they aiming it at? Read.
O God.
Right?
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
And this is how they distract you with all the noise, man. All the noise of the TV. All the noise of the games. All the noise of the entertainment. So you don't see what you're shoving down your face. You don't care to check. They got your rib making noise. They got your kids making noise. Everybody's making noise, right? It's throwing off the concentration. It's throwing off you checking and looking well to your going. And guess what they're able to do? Just distract us. Think about the average Sunday when cats is pulling up watching football. What they drinking? 30 packs of Rolling Rock, right? A bunch of chips and dip. A bunch of sugary foods, sodas. Every Sunday, you just killing your liver, killing your gut. Go ahead.
Hey, they that hate thee.
They that love us.
Hate.
Our enemies.
Hate.
They that hate us, which are our enemies, because your enemies hate you. Read.
Have lifted up the head.
Yeah, they getting prideful. They looking up like, oh, nope. How we gonna get them? How we gave them crack. We gave them this. We gave them that. We damn gave them venereal diseases. And these niggas is living through it. And guess what? It's like living with diabetes for us is the new norm.
Right.
Living with hypertension is the new norm. It's like somehow we push through. But why should we live like that? The scriptures say a life of sickness, of death is better than a life of continual sickness, man. It's better to die. But we somehow do what? Turn lemons into lemonade because we sugarcoat stuff. Why do they even use that terminology, sugarcoat? Don't sugarcoat. Because sugar makes everything taste better. Go ahead.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have done what?
Taking crafty counsel.
Man, and the scripture I was looking for goes right with this. It talks about how they sit in these dark places and come up with agendas to destroy us. Man, it gotta, I think it's in Daniel. It's Daniel or Isaiah, man. It's a good precept. It's a real good precept. Go ahead.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
Go ahead.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
And they consult against the hidden ones. Go ahead.
They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation.
And we know it's directed towards us because we're the ones in the hospital beds. We're the ones being sick. We're the ones dying from COVID, dying from all these different ailments, man. Because why? It's two things. We prideful as hell, humble ourselves before I be sick, and we're rebellious as hell. We don't want to follow the Most High, so he got the enemies feeding you. Go ahead.
That the name of Israel.
And this is the agenda. To cut the name of Israel out the earth. Read.
May be no more.
Come on, read on.
In remembrance.
Read on.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
Go ahead.
They are confederates against thee.
No. Go ahead.
The tabernacles of Edom.
So it ain't just, we know it names them first because they're the head honcho. They're the spear. They're the head of the spear. The tabernacles of Esau, the so-called white man. Go ahead. Because he is the head of the food industries. It ain't damn the Arabs. Show me the Arabs running anything. Right? The heads of the CEOs of food industries that's making trillions that are killing people because you got the food industry in bed with the pharmaceutical industry, if you didn't know that. You pay to be sick. You literally walk into McDonald's and be like, yo,
Did you say?
kill me. He said it. Kill You literally walk into Burger King like, yo, so let me get that Big Mac, that Whopper with a side of hypertension, and let me get a little cup of diabetes while you're at it.
Wow. A little bit joint pain.
Yeah, you literally roll up like, yo, so y'all got some arthritis? What's that hitting for? Y'all got some tendonitis? Some gastritis? What y'all got? Some, oh, y'all got that diabetes 3? I'm down with that. Wait till I tell y'all what diabetes 3 is. Or type 3 diabetes. I think I told y'all before. Go ahead, read on.
And the Ishmaelites.
Right? Yeah, Ishmael's down. Don't think that they not. Ishmael's down. First of all, they believe that you should be slaves according to their Quran. Right? They believe that you should be a slave anyway. So why should they take care of your health? You run into Ishmael talking about it's healthy. It's halal. They don't give a damn about you. Go ahead.
Of Moab.
Yeah. Oh my God. Come on. Come on now. Go ahead.
And the Hagarenes.
Read on. Those are the Arabs. Another Arab sect. Go ahead.
Jabal.
Go ahead.
And Ammon.
Go ahead.
And Amalek.
Right? You got Esau in there twice. Dang. The Amalekites, bro. That's Esau's grandson. So what is he telling you? That it started with Edom, but guess what? It's going to go through his generations. It ain't never going to stop. It ain't never going to stop. Go ahead.
The Philistines.
Go ahead. The Philistines, read.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
Yeah, no, so you got the damn white man, the Arabs, and the Africans all in cahoots. Because that's what these are. The Arabs, the white man, and the Africans. The Philistines and the Tyrians and Zidonians were African nations. Read on.
Assur.
Right? Assur, go ahead.
Assur. Also is joined with them.
Read on.
They have hoping.
Right?
The children of Lot.
Yes, and then they helped the children of Lot to destroy us. You got Moab and Ammon in there, bro. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Go to Psalm 64 and 2. I gotta find that one scripture, bro. That scripture was heat. Go ahead, read that. Psalms 64 and verse 2. I can't believe I can't find that. Go ahead.
Psalm chapter 64 and verse 2.
Go ahead.
Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked.
And this is what we got to ask the Most High for, man. Because there are secret councils. There are think tanks. And what are they doing? They're developing ways to destroy us. Right? And they know we broke. We poor. So how do they get you? Through a 4 for $4. How do they get you? Through a value meal. Right? Oh, let's give them a dollar menu. Remember when that dollar menu came out? Who was that? Wendy's? I think Wendy's was the first dollar menu. Was it?
McDonald's.
Oh, was it McDonald's? Really?
Yeah.
That was my high voice. Really? But remember when the dollar menu came out? Nigga, you was eating.
What?
You was eating. And especially if you got a big family. You like, oh, wait, hold up. So I get a burger, a nugget, a fry, and a drink? $4 or $5? Let me get 4 of those. Times 4. Right? Remember when they was doing double? I remember back in the day, they was doing double Whoppers for 99 cents.
Wow.
Yeah, y'all don't remember them days. Well, that was back in like 95. We used to walk to we used to walk to the Burger King. Pocket full of change. That Burger King was fun. Listen, by the time you walked to that Burger King, you was so hungry. But then you had to walk back. So by the time, it was easy for us. We ate it, and by the time we walked back, we was hungry again. Like, damn, we gotta walk back.
Right.
Bro, we used to spend our whole summer walking to Burger King. It was so far. It was far money. So we had to go literally to Edomite neighborhood to go get some Burger King.
Right.
Literally, but we had to walk. We had no bikes. We had no cars. None of that, right? And this is all, I'm talking about the homeboys. But bro, 99-cent double Whoppers? Remember when a Big Mac was $1? 99 cents. Remember when a value meal was $5?
Yeah.
You be in them golden arches, bro, getting golden fat and golden sick. Right? And don't think like, oh, when they first came out, it was more healthy. I'll give them a little bit. They might have used a little bit more natural ingredients until they figured out, like, wait a minute. We ain't got to do that. We can use meat filler. Do y'all know that ground beef, American ground beef, is banned across the world? America cannot ship ground beef anywhere in the world. America cannot ship chicken anywhere in the world. America cannot ship pork anywhere in the world. Beef, chicken, and pork, they cannot export. Because they use pink slime. They wash their meat, the chicken, in chlorine bleach. But it's safe. It's food grade. Nigga, please. How can it be food grade and wash the germs off of chickens? But you know why they said you know why the other countries won't take the chicken? Because they're like, wait a minute, if you got to wash your chicken in bleach, how bad are the conditions that the chickens are living in? Fix the problem and then maybe we can talk. But if you got to wash it in bleach, there's a problem, right? High fructose, banned across Europe, right? Banned in Mexico, right? But go ahead, read on.
From the insurrection,
right,
of the workers of iniquity,
go ahead,
who wet their tongue.
They do what?
Wet their tongue.
Yeah, they wet that tongue to talk, to set things up, to be in confederation with each other. Go ahead.
Like a sword.
Come on.
And bend their bows.
Right.
To shoot their arrows.
Go ahead.
Even bitter words.
And we know they destroy us with the things that they develop through their policies and through their words. Right? They're not literally coming to you talking crazy. They're just talking to each other and developing different ways behind the scenes to destroy us. Right? Go ahead.
That they may shoot in secret.
And when?
In secret.
How are they doing this?
In secret.
How are they developing this plan to kill us?
Secret.
Yeah, bro. They do it in secret. That's why they got Sugar under 64 different aliases. Because they want to secretly kill you. The agenda is deep, though. Go ahead. Read verse 5.
Verse 5.
Right?
They encourage themselves.
Go ahead.
In an evil manner.
See that? They encourage themselves. Like, yeah, we can do this. Yeah, you know what? We're going to make sure we drop this off in the hood. We got it. And we're going to go eat at Whole Foods. Notice there's only a Whole Foods in certain areas of the city. Now, you mean to tell me that veggies are more expensive to process than processed food, my nigga? Come on now. Come on now. You got to think about the most expensive foods. There's a reason why they took seeds out of grapes. Because grape seeds are one of the most, grapes alone are one of the most destructive foods to cancer. It destroys cancer. It literally flushes your body. Grapes with seed, soursop, right? All these different herbs that they isolate for themselves. Then they charge you an arm and a leg. They know what's up, right? Go from there. Go to Proverbs 1 and 12.
Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 12.
Go ahead.
Let us swallow them up.
See, this is the agenda to swallow us up, man. Go ahead.
Alive as the grave.
They want to swallow us up alive. They want you dead out on your feet. And when you consume this high amount of sugar, like you think Red Bull gives you wings? It does. It does give you wings. And then you crash like the helicopter in California the other day. You crash, bro. Them wings get clipped. Mm-hmm. Right? It's actually does worse for you than it does good. First of all, there's so much caffeine in Red Bull. It's banned in Canada. I don't know if y'all know that. Yes, too much caffeine is banned. Anything over 200 milligrams of caffeine is banned in Canada. It's bad, right? So they got the high sugar, the caffeine. The only good thing about the Red Bull is the taurine. Taurine is good for you, right? And no, it's not from bull testicles. That's a lie. Taurine is a mineral, okay? That's found in many foods, okay? People be talking, taurine comes from the bull's balls. That's a lie. It doesn't, right? So let's deal with it real quick. I'm not gonna find that scripture. I'm gonna find it. I need that one, man. That boy, I can't. It talks about them doing crafty. Something crafty. I can't even word it. So let's deal with it. First cause of I'm not even going to say excessive sugar. I'm just going to say sugar in general, because everything we do is excessive at this point. 152 pounds a year is way beyond excess compared to in the 70s and 80s when you were taking like 30 pounds of sugar per year. So we tripled our intake. So first thing, cognitive decline or mental decline. Cognitive means mental. Remember the scriptures talk about the cogitations, right? It's mental decline. So what does that have to deal with? Memory loss, right? Memory loss. But check this out. I'm going to read this. Excessive sugar consumption can lead to cognitive decline, resulting in mental effects that affect your ability to concentrate. So think about this. When little Timmy wakes up, right? When little Jacob wakes up, I'm gonna use Jacob. When Jacob wakes up in the morning, what's the first thing that he goes for? A bowl of cereal filled with all types of goodies, right? All types of dyes and a lot of sugar, right? Because he ain't getting no cornflakes. Timmy is going for Lucky Charms. He going for Cinnamon Toast Crunch. He going for Fruity Pebbles, Rice Krispies, treats, right? What's the Cocoa Puffs, right? Cocoa Rice Krispies, right? The ones that turn to milk chocolate, Count Chocula. Lucky Charms with the pork marshmallows, right? The little Charms was pork. You gotta know that, right, Reed? So you didn't know that?
No, I said the Reese's cup.
Oh, Reese's cup. Oh, the Reese's peanut butter cup. Like, nigga, you can eat Reese's.
That's not pork
for breakfast. No, those are. Okay. But you can eat Reese's for breakfast. Think about it. Who came up with you can eat Reese's Pieces for breakfast? That gotta be the devil. That gotta be the devil. But the devil knows something that you don't, because we're destroyed for a lack of knowledge. So what does he know? That sugar. What happens? You eat it, you can't concentrate. What do they call that in school?
ADHD.
ADHD. Remember when they were diagnosing black children at an all-time high with ADHD and ADD? And they wanted to do what? Ritalin. And then all of a sudden the little boys is walking around like zombies. How do we cut them off? How do we take their strength? How do we swallow them alive? Start as children, right? So think about it. You cut the children off, who's going to be the next freedom fighters? Who's going to be the next leaders and teachers? Start them young, train up a child, and what? Right. When he is old, he ain't going to depart. So you're going to wake up eating what? Bad foods in the morning. Well, I was eating cereal. What's wrong with a Twinkie? You wake up hitting ding-dongs. Come on, we've all done it. You wake up, the first thing, you go for the pizza from last night. Didn't even warm it up. Guilty, right? So check this out. Many individuals who struggle with concentration, often believing they have ADD or ADHD, might actually be experiencing this due to high sugar intake, which has a negative impact on the brain. Moreover, excessive sugar consumption increases the risk of Alzheimer's. That's why they call it diabetes type 3. That's what Alzheimer's is called. Because you know what sugar does to the brain? It calcifies it. It cuts the neurons. It cuts the electrical impulses. And your brain literally ain't getting no blood flow. And your brain is filled with insulin. Remember the Snickers commercial? Hungry, why wait? What were they trying to tell you in that commercial? That the only way your brain is going to function is with sugar. People tell you that your brain needs sugar to function. That's a damn lie. It needs sugar to get Alzheimer's and diabetes 3. Just look into it. Since 2017, they've been calling diabetes 3 Alzheimer's. Now check this out. And dementia, often referred to as dementia type 3 diabetes. right? This label highlights the strong connection between blood sugar issues and inflammation. So your brain is literally inflamed because what happens with that sugar, it literally goes right into the bloodstream and gets carried where? To the brain, to the organs. But then it sits there and it cuts off all the necessary functions of the brain. So now your brain is just calcified. You know how you decalcify the brain? Not the pineal gland. Stop that. The brain. You know how you do that? What we do all the time. You fast. What studies have proven that fasting cuts dementia in half. It cuts Alzheimer's. They put them on a fast, all of a sudden they get lucid. All of a sudden they back in there. They remember people's names. You give them something to eat and guess what? Why do they always, when you go to the hospital, hit you with Jell-O? Y'all ever thought about that? The hospital diet is the worst. It's fruity fruit cups with sugar. It's Jell-O, right? But you eat that stuff and it throws you into a trance negatively, right? Let's see here. Notably, signs of dementia are now appearing in people as young as their 30s and 40s. Remember when dementia was for like 50 and 60-year-olds, 70-year-olds? No, that's not it. It's one that we never go to. That's why it's so dope. Yeah. When I found it, I was like, when I find it, I'm gonna send it. But think about it. We getting diabetes in our 30s and 40s. I'm 40. But guess what? How many times I'm like, man, go here. And it's like, no, that's not there. Go here. No, it's not there. Man, I forgot where that's at. I'm doing it now. Am I not showing signs of dementia? Yeah. Forgetfulness is a sign. Right? So with your body, you know what your body is like? It's like a car. And what do cars have to tell you that there's a problem? Check engine light. Or a symptom. There's many symptoms that we feel that we just ignore them. Right? We just ignore them and keep it pushing because, oh, it tastes good. Or I can't live without that. Right? So, here's another sign. Early indicators such as chronic headaches. So all you BC powder brothers, it's sugar that's killing you. Trust me. It's sugar and lack of magnesium. Trust me. Right? And diminished concentration serve as warnings of this trajectory. Hence, reducing sugar intake is crucial to productivity, to prevent issues. Now, what do they always tell you when you feeling down? Go get a sugary drink. But then you get scatterbrained, right? Or go get some caffeine, but then you get scatterbrained. And caffeine's bad for you too, in large amounts, right? Number 2. Yeah, and this is what you do. Just write down the titles. And you can always go back and look these things up yourself because I'm not going to slow down for y'all to write all this down, right? So the first title, cognitive decline or brain function. Number 2, suppresses the immune system. And that's actually the first thing that it does. Sugar. It literally, as soon as you eat sugar, you know what's dispatched every time? White blood cells. Because your body looks at sugar as an invader. So it's like, wait a minute, white blood cells, set them out, attack the invader. But guess what happens when you keep crying wolf? Guess what happens when you keep crying wolf? They stop. And then you get what? Sick. No. You get autoimmune deficiency. Yeah, your immune system stopped it. It's a sickness, you're right. But now your body is like, I'm tired of fighting. You don't send us out here on these ghost calls. Right? You got us attacking this stuff that you're constantly eating, or is what is called insulin resistance. Yeah, I'm listening. No, that's not it. I'm gonna find it. That's not it though. It's a good one. But it literally talks about how they do this craft like in secret, like these councils to kill us in secret, man. It's a good one too. Maybe it ain't that good. Maybe that's why I can't find it. Because maybe it ain't that good. Maybe I'm hyping it. I think it's a good one because
Job 5 and 12.
Is it Job 5? Let's see it. Let me see. I thought it was in Isaiah, man. But let me keep going. So it suppresses your immune system. You become insulin resistant. That's where you start to get the diabetes, right? So sugar has the ability to suppress the immune system, which that'll destroy your overall health. If you have no immune system, you can't even fight the common cold, right? People that had AIDS or that have AIDS, they don't die from AIDS. They die from the sniffles, right? They die from the flu because their body can't even fight the flu. When you're unwell or in cold weather, consuming large quantities of sugar is among the worst choices. Now, think about this. When do we consume the most sugar? What time of the year?
When it's cold.
Yeah. You know why? Because you got all the holidays, all them candied yams, all them baked potatoes and baked pies and Christmas hams, and all that whole holiday season is about what? You got October candy. You got Christmas, right? Pumpkin pies and all these different things. You taking more sugar during the winter than any time, but guess what? That's the worst time. That's when you need your immune system to be in full boost. But then what they got? Spiced pumpkin lattes, right? They got all these pumpkin flavored drinks, eggnog, right? Full of sugar, right? So they know how to get you and keep you sick. They got seasons for sickness. Hence, the flu season. Mm-hmm. When is that? After summer, when you rip through all the bad foods, right? You done ate all the candy. You done ate all the ice cream, all the Dairy Queen. Immune system is low. And let's usher in this flu, this COVID, and this RSV. Triple demic. I don't know how I got sick, brother. Maybe you done dispatched so many white blood cells, your body is tired, right? So check it out. Obviously, the period during which we tend to ingest the most sugar, fall festivals, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, right? These occasions are marked by indulgences of pies, cookies, cakes, and similar treats. A considerable portion of sugar we ingest is masked under names like white flour. That's the biggest culprit. Yeah.
White flour, huh?
White flour, white rice is the biggest culprits. Because when you eat them, they instantly, they don't wait. White flour, so think about it. You eating white flour in a cake. Then you got icing. Oh, damn. Then you got frosting. Oh, wow. Then you got chocolate sprinkles. Oh, my God. Right? So you got 4 types of sugar. Flour instantly turns into glucose in your body. Instantly. Rice, starch, instantly turns into glucose. So now you quadruple dipping, right? White flour is one of the worst things you could ever put in your body. You ever ate white bread? It tastes pasty. It tastes like chalk, right? But think about it. They refine all the nutrients and they bleach it. That's why it's called bleached white flour. Y'all don't be reading y'all don't read the package? It says enriched bleached flour. So guess what they do? They strip all the nutrients, and then they enrich it with processed or manufactured nutrients, right? So think about it. They putting fake calcium inside the wheat, fake nutrition inside the wheat. Why take it out just to put it in? Oh, man. That's weird, right? So, right, these substances promptly transform into sugar once inside the body, causing blood sugar levels to surge. This only jeopardizes the gut health, but also weakens the immune system. During the moments when our body requires resistance against infections, this suppression of the immune system hinders the ability to effectively combat threats, leaving us compromised and incapacitated. That's why when you think about it, when you get sick, your body is like, don't eat. Don't eat me. Don't eat anything. Just give me some fluid and let me recover. What you doing? What you getting? Halls full of sugar. You like, I don't understand why I ain't getting better. You taking them cough drops full of sugar, right? You hitting bootleg OJ. Like, stop the cap, okay? Stop the cap. Damn, Tropicana is not orange juice. That is orange drink. Like, oh, I'm gonna get my vitamin C all of a sudden. Stop. Vitamin C is useless without magnesium. You need that. Vitamin C is useless without magnesium. That's how you absorb it, with magnesium. So you can bang all the vitamin C you want. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to pee it all out. You're going to pee it all out without any magnesium content in your body, right? And I'm not talking about a supplement, because a supplement is not real. You see that? So let's go to the next point. And like I said, you can write these things down, the headers, because, for time. The third point, gut health. Sugar destroys your gut health. Do you understand that there is a community in your stomach, just like on your head, just like on your skin, just like in your mouth? It's called a microbiome. Look that up, right? When you get a chance. Microbiome. microbiome. And all the microbiome is, and I had to learn about this stuff during the pandemic, like a microbiome. What the hell is that? But a microbiome is just a balance of bacteria that keep you healthy. So you got an armpit microbiome, you got a head microbiome, you got a stomach microbiome, mouth microbiome, and your whole skin. Your skin has its own microbiome. And how you know that your microbiome is off? Diarrhea. That's how you know your stomach is off. All that gas, farting, and loose bowel, you gotta get your stomach right. You gotta get them probiotics right. Right? But sugar literally disrupts the balance in your stomach. Right? So let me see this. Let me read this real quick. Sugar has the potential to disrupt the beneficial bacteria known as the microbiome residing in your gut. Now, this is the thing. Where does your immune system live? Watch this. Where's your immune system? Where's 80% of your immunity come from? Who knows? You have many different things that are associated with your immune system, right? The cilia in your nose. You got the hairs on the back of your throat, inside, right? The mucous membrane. All these things are part of your, like, you know that, like, when you start to mucus up, that's your body trying to get rid of sickness, right? You know that the hairs in your nose, they catch all them, you know what boogers are, right? Mm-hmm. They're not really, boogers ain't really as bad as what you think they are, but they're terrible. It's everyone else's dead skin floating around. It's dead bugs, it's roaches, it's flies. That's what boogers are. Yeah, because it's microscopic things you can't see. They get caught in your nose. That's why you don't breathe through your mouth. You get sick. You breathe through the nose, and it catches it filters, literally filters, and you get more oxygen, and you get better air going through the lungs, right? You got eyelids and eyebrows. They catch dirt, right? You got all these different things at your body, and then you got skin, right? You got skin that protects things from going in. But where is 80% of your immunity? It's your stomach. What's the first thing to feel bad when you start feeling sick? Or how do you know, oh, I'm feeling sick? You get nauseous, stomach start hurting, and then so on and so forth, right? 80% of your immunity is in your stomach. So think about if I'm pumping 15 tablespoons of sugar into it daily, I'm compromised. I'm dizzy. I got ADHD. I can't pay attention in class. I can't hold a conversation. I can't be clear-headed. Right? That's literally another spirit taking over your body. The spirit of sugar has bewitched us all, brothers and sisters. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Right? Make it sound like take them to church. Right? So, when sugar enters the gut, it destroys the good bacteria. it also creates think about it. If you destroy the good bacteria, what's going to grow? Bad bacteria, right? And that's where you start getting like the itises, the inflammations, the gastritis, right? Inflammation of the bowels, IBS, leaky gut syndrome, because sugar literally eats away at the stomach lining. I don't know if y'all know that. It doesn't process like everything else because it's foreign. It literally deteriorates, like how sugar deteriorates the enamel on your teeth. Now think about that. That's hard. Stomach lining ain't as hard as your teeth. But when the sugar interacts with the bacteria, it creates acidity, which literally gives you ulcers and things like that. But it tears down that bacteria, that good bacteria, and rips your gut apart. Okay? Let's see here. Yeah, here it is. Sugar contributes to the breakdown of the stomach lining, enabling harmful toxins to infiltrate the bloodstream. So check this out. Your stomach lining is responsible for absorbing foods, right? But you know what happens when you ain't got no stomach lining? You start to get chunks of food and chunks of waste going into your blood. So you start to sepsis. You start to you basically become sepsis, and you start to become toxic in your bloodstream. That's why, like, brothers be getting like foot funguses, like yellow toenails, bad foot smell, bad armpit smell, bad body odor, dry scalp. Oh yeah, dry scalp.
That's me.
Yeah, dry scalp, itchy skin. Right? You got these harmful toxins going into your bloodstream. Your stomach lining it's like this. Let's say your stomach lining is like this. And let's say it's literally like that, right? It's literally like this. Nothing can get through. Right? No chunks of food, no chunks of boo-boo, nothing like that. It's just, it absorbs things naturally by breaking it down into a liquid bile form, right? But what happens when that sugar opens that stomach lining? Now you got chunks of food going through the bloodstream. Chunks of toxic particles. That can kill you, right? So let's see here. The stomach lining enabling harmful toxins to infiltrate the bloodstream. This process triggers inflammation within the body and prompts the immune system to mistakenly attack its own tissue. Ordinarily, the gut lining permits only essential elements like vitamins and trace minerals, amino acids, which are the builders of protein, and healthy fat to pass into the bloodstream. However, a compromised gut lining permits tiny particles, larger food particles, and some waste from the gut to enter into the bloodstream, which can lead to an overactive immune response. Think about that. A lot of us got boo-boo in our veins. Yeah, you literally got doo-doo veins. Doo-doo blood. I don't want y'all's blood. You got doo-doo in it. How much sugar I need a blood transfusion. How much sugar you eat? No, I don't want it from you. I don't want it. You got doo-doo in your veins. But that's literally what it is. Think about it. We walking around, man, just making ourselves sick. Right? Another one. Number 4, frequent urination. Now, this is easy. Think about when you drink a bunch of beer. What happens? 2.5 beers in, and you just peed like you drank a gallon. And then you hit another beer. And then guess what? Bathroom. Hold up. Let me go to the bathroom. Hold up. Right? You're in the bathroom. You're like, dang, I didn't drink that much. Why am I peeing so much? Well, because the beer, alcohol, your body treats alcohol, I don't know if y'all know this, it treats it like a poison. Your body treats alcohol like a poison. So what does it do? It shuts down all functions, fat burning, metabolism, to get that poison out of your body. But what is it really breaking down into?
That's why it makes sense. Because that's why I don't drink all the time, but if I do drink
You in
that
that
night, in the morning,
Oh
I
yeah,
always
you're
take-
like, yeah.
I always
yeah.
take a good bowel movement.
That too.
Like every time I drink, the next morning I take a very good bowel movement. I always used to.
Well, there's a lot of fiber in beers.
Oh
yeah, there's fiber in beer. But
even not beers, like
just regular drinking,
just regular drinking,
loosen you up.
I always wonder what it was. But if you're saying it's a poison, then it's like
your body is trying to
get, probably just trying
getting that stuff out. Yep,
get all that out.
Your kidneys bind all that stuff up and try to get that stuff out. Now I'm gonna read this. Excessive sugar consumption can contribute to frequent urination. When sugar levels are elevated in the bloodstream, because that's what happens. The beer and the alcohol processes instantly as sugar. It goes into the bloodstream instantly, right? And then what happened? Your kidneys got to filter that because too much blood, no bueno. So your kidneys go into overdrive, right? Kidneys work to filter and eliminate the excess sugar through the urine. This can lead to increased urine production and subsequently frequent urination. Additionally, high sugar levels can affect the body's ability to properly manage fluid balance because you do need a certain level of fluid, water, and sugar in the blood. You do, right? And then water in your body. That's why you get dehydrated when you drink a lot because you're just eliminating the liquids in you, right? If you're experiencing frequent urination, it's important to consider your sugar intake as a potential contribution factor and consult, right? Let's see here. Now, this is one of my favorites that I don't like. And I'm going to talk about this a little bit more too. Number 5, overgrowth of yeast or candida in the body. So, anybody here got dry scalp? Yeah, you got a yeast infection. Anybody here got, if you got jock itch, that's a yeast infection. If you got foot fungus, that's a yeast infection. See, we think, too much yeast, and we always think about women having yeast infections, right? All that itching and scratching and dry scalp and dry beard and dry skin, that's your body trying to get that yeast out. Now think about it. When you eat all that bread, yeast. You drink all that alcohol and beer, yeast. But you know what sugar does with yeast? It's food. It's the food for yeast. Candida and yeast are a parasite. Yeast is something that grows, right? And what does yeast look like? It damn near grows like mushrooms. Yeah, it's a fungi or a bacteria, one of them. Which one is yeast? Bacterial or fungal?
It's bacteria.
Somebody look at. I think that's bacterial. But either way, how does bacteria grow? Imbalance of bacteria, right? It is bacterial. It's an imbalance of good bacteria, right? So check this out. Sugar serves as a source of nourishment for yeast or candida within the body. It is important to note that candida isn't a sole concern for women. While we often associate yeast infections with women, candida-related issues can manifest as jock itch, athlete's foot. That's why you treat them with a bacterial cream, tough acting, tenactin. You might as well just spray all the way down. Because you can use Lotrimin on the jock itch and on your feet. What?
It says yeast is a fungus.
Oh, it's fungi?
Yeah, that's fungus.
But so are mushrooms.
It says the yeast is a fungus that grows as a single cell rather than as a mushroom.
Ugh. Rather than as one? So what is a mushroom? A double cell? But mushroom is a fungi also. Right? And what does it need to grow? Dark and wet.
Yeah.
And an imbalance of something. That's where mushrooms come from, the imbalance of something. Too much light, too much moisture. Right? Let's see here. Athlete's foot, even dandruff on the scalp. That's just yeast, man. Too much yeast in the body is trying to escape. Remember, your skin is the largest organ on your body. But also, what does it do? What does your skin do more than anything else?
What?
When your pores open and you sweat, what are you doing?
Releasing toxins.
Right. Your skin does that more than you go to the restroom, or more than you spit, whatever, your skin expels more toxins on a day-to-day basis than any other function on the body. You see that? So when your skin is dry and itchy and it's flaking up, it's trying to tell you something. Check engine light, right? Right. Yeast-related discomfort tends to trigger itchiness that can occur anywhere on the body. Notably, these symptoms tend to intensify at night. That's when the damn yeast and the parasites wake up. The gremlin, the gremlin, the hunger. That's what it's called. It's called the gremlin. What is it called? Grublin? There's a hunger thing. It's called it starts with a G. It sounds like gremlin. Grublin? Somebody can look at it. But anyway, it says these symptoms tend to intensify at night, coinciding with heightened sugar cravings. During the night, yeast and parasites become more active, and their increased hunger for sugar explains why cravings. Check this out. Cravings. What do you eat? What do we eat at night? That we like, man, I gotta stop eating this at night. Carbs. Because carbs instantly turn into sugar. Rice, pasta. What?
You're right. It's ghrelin.
Ghrelin. Say it. Ghrelin.
Is the hormone that tells you that you are hungry.
Right. The gremlin.
Ghrelin?
Ghrelin. It's ghrelin. Yeah, not gremlin. Ghrelin. The ghrelin hormone, right? Right. So you see that? During the night, yeast and parasites become more active, and their increased hunger for sugar explains why cravings for carbohydrates, starches, and sweet foods are more pronounced in the evening. This craving pattern emerges because the yeast and parasites within the body are awakening during these hours. See that? So that's why at night you're like, man, let me get the carbs. You're not saying let me get carbs, but the gremlin, them little nigglets inside you was like, nigga, go get that taco.
Man,
now. It's you're like, yeah, it's about that time. Right? And you like, what's going on? Bro, there be sometimes I be laying in the bed and I get up and I go right downstairs and I'm like, man, I gotta find me something to eat. I tell myself like I'm not eating nothing, and them little nigglets inside of me get me about the bed. No. And I'm walking downstairs, creeping through the house like, what can I feed these niggas with? Right? They're like, feed me. I'm like, no, y'all will help me. Yeah, give it up. Just man fall 7 times. Right? But I gotta ask you how I try to get these demons off me and put them in the swine because they real. It's real. It's real. Right? So the next one, fatty liver. I got 4 more. I'm gonna try to get through these fast. Fatty liver. Everyone associates fatty liver with alcoholism, but this is non-alcoholic fatty liver. Right? Because you can get a fatty liver now from too much sugar. Because remember, fatty liver is cirrhosis of the liver. What happens is it stores up so much fat, it starts to get fat around it. Then your organs get fat, right? Because all that drinking, your body can't expel all that. It stores the sugar as fat for later. You get gut, fatty liver. What's that?
Also, fried food.
Right. Yeah, the fried food because we use, again, I'm going to ask you, what is canola oil? What plant is that? I can tell you what plant it is. Canola oil is just a mixture of like cottonseed oil and sunflower oil. And like, think about it. Cottonseed oil is one of the worst oils you could ever put in your body. The car manufacturers back in the 50s and 60s had a surplus of cottonseed oil. They were using it for car lubrication. Then they said, hey, we got too much. Let's put it in food. And guess what? Now we fry dumplings and eggs with it. It's made for lubrication. Seed oils are the worst. Don't do it. Olive oil and coconut oil is what you should be cooking with. Seed oils, bad cholesterol, very bad. They clog up everything. So, fatty liver. Another crucial issue arising from sugar consumption and a persistent sweet tooth is the development of fatty liver disease, specifically the non-alcoholic variety. Right. Before the 1990s, fatty liver disease was predominantly linked to alcohol misuse. Nowadays, however, the majority of individuals affected with this condition are those who excessively consume sugar, not alcohol. Importantly, this excess sugar encompasses more than just the sweet form. It includes sources like white flour. In fact, we're consuming on an average about 135 pounds of white flour annually. So that's 20 pounds less. So if you add it up, we about 300 pounds of sugar per year between sugar and white flour. That is, we eating our weight in sugar. Some of us are literally eating our weight in this bad food, right? Let's see here. When we examine our diets, it becomes evident that a significant portion consists of white flour, sugar, and starch, all of which ultimately contribute to sugar intake. The body's natural response to sugar excess involves storing it in the form of glycogen. To break down glycogen, what do you have to put out? Insulin. Guess what happens when you put out insulin too much? Diabetes. You can become insulin resistant, right? You don't use insulin when you eat fruit to break it down. It don't even get into your large intestine. It gets into the small part of the stomach. It breaks down there, goes into the blood, and you got natural fructose, which does not use insulin. Before it gets to the pancreas, it's already broken down in the stomach. And the stomach takes what it needs, which is the sugar. You use that, boom, bada bing, and you in there, right? But let's see here. The body's natural response is to store excess sugar in the form of glycogen. Regrettably, excessive glycogen or stored sugar later undergoes a conversion into fat. This process leads to the accumulation of fat on the liver. This is why like people are like, oh, I'm doing a lot of carbs and I can't burn fat. That's not how you burn fat. You don't burn fat with carbs, because really all you're doing when you go do when you do what is the running? Cardio. When you go do cardio, all you're burning is calories that you ate that day. Right? You're not burning fat. You're not burning anything stored. So you'd have to literally go on a fast and eat differently to burn fat. They always tell you to get rid of a stomach is how you got to eat it away. The same way you got it, the same way you lose it. Right? But all that cardio I'm running, that ain't going to do it. You literally have to change your diet. Literally. Because that's stored up fat. Calories is what you burn. That's why it tells you calories burned. It's not fat burned. It's calories burned. That's just the energy you expelled to work out that day. But if you had a meal before you went and worked out, guess what you burning? That meal. See how working out, you got to know how to work out? You got to know how to work out. That's why you work out fasted and you'll burn actual fat. Right. This process leads to the accumulation of fat in the liver, causing it to become fatty and resulting in what is called a non-alcoholic fatty liver. As liver accumulates more fat, it begins to lose functionality. This is a crucial concern, particularly in the current high toxic environment we live in. Right? Think about it. Our liver detoxifies everything that comes into our body, and not just through your mouth, through your skin. Do you know that your body literally absorbs the water you shower with? Did y'all know that? Yes, you absorb all that. That's why they have filtered shower heads. Do you know your fingernails, sisters, absorb nail polish at a high rate? Your nails are not hard like you think. They're porous. So they absorb. Do you know that your head, wait till I go into this hair weave. Woo! Your head has follicles. The follicles are open. They have an entry and an exit. Did y'all know that? Know what? Yeah, you got the hair follicle and the hair grows out of it, but then you got follicles that take in. But think about it. When you rocking hair weave and putting petroleum on top of your scalp and all these bad things that we use, What is that doing? It's going into your bloodstream and affecting your bloodstream. Remember when the women would get the perm or the relaxer, and she went and peed? What did it smell like? Like straight relaxer, because it's telling you it's in the blood. So think about that. Fibroids, endometriosis, thyroid issues. Fibroids is the biggest one for women. That urinary tract, when that starts to become compromised, listen, I was watching something, PFAS. You know what PFAS? The forever, look it up, the forever chemicals, PFAS. Listen, Lululemon, they said that Lululemon got PFAS in their spandex. Guess where they're at?
Oh.
Guess where they're located, the concentration? In the crotch area. In the crotch area. Now, if you're walking around with no underwear and you got forever chemicals being absorbed into your body, that's a very absorbent area. Just think about it. They're killing you in the spandex, women. They're killing you in your spandex. That's the thing. Like these forever chemicals, they finding them in everything. But this is after 30, 40, 50 years of what? Production from these plants, processed food companies, processed plastics. Let's look it up. Look up forever chemicals and where are they? What?
So Lululemon has them on the rain jackets, hiking pants, shirts, yoga pants, and sports bras.
Yeah, that's why you're getting breast cancer. They're in your you sweat, your pores open. You don't just release sweat, you absorb toxins. There goes your breast cancer. There goes your thyroid and your fibroid issues. Ladies, we're going to talk about all that. I got another class coming with that. But remember, your liver your liver tries to do what? Detoxify your body from these things. But if it's already fat and all fat covered, because a fatty liver is literally that. A liver with fat attached to it. It looks like a piece of roast that you got to shave the fat off. That's what it looks like, literally. It can't function. So guess what? You can't detox. Right? So the liver is responsible for detoxifying our bodies, eliminating toxins from the foods. Cosmetics. I got to stop with the debt. Bro, I watched something that said cosmetics have been killing women for ages. Makeup been killing y'all. They know it. And guess what you do? In the mirror. Foundation. Lip gloss. This. Eyeliner. And it's killing you. Just look it up. Mary Kay and damn Riri and all that stuff. You think they like, oh, because it's not tested on animals? Y'all tripping, dude. That stuff is absorbing literally into your pores. And your liver cannot detoxify fast enough, right? Somebody go to 2 Esdras 16:21 real quick. Number 7, obesity. Obesity is number 7, right? Absolutely, one of the significant consequences of excessive sugar is obesity, right? Remember, it's how sugar is transformed into fat, right? It sits in the body dormant. Then your body is like, oh, let me store that for later, and it turns it into fat, which is excessively hard to burn, right? And this is how you know you got excessive body fat, that gut. I'm guilty. I mean, I got a little gut. Come on. But when your belly is, when you got a lot of midsection weight, when you carry a lot of weight in the midsection, that's an accumulation of fat. That means your body is holding on to that fat, right? Another reason why, another reason why it's so hard to lose the fat that you have on your body? Because fat holds what?
Water.
What else? Toxins. Whatever your liver don't process, it goes into the fat cells in your body. You know why your body don't break that fat down? Because your body is smart. Your body's like, hold up. If we burn this fat, we release the toxins. We're going to get sick. So we're going to hold on to this fat so we don't release these toxins. That's why you can, listen, if you don't eat right, you can go work out all you want. Your body is like, hell nah, nigga. I'll let you burn 10 pounds, but you're not going to burn this 20. Because your body is smart. You don't want to get sick. So you got to first do what? When you start working out, you got to detox your body. I don't mean a cleanse. I don't mean, oh, I took a poop and I'm good. You literally got to change what you eat. Detox is fruits, and detoxify those cells. Then your body will burn that fat easier. But think about it. When you go on a fast, what happens? Headache, nausea, discomfort, this, that. You're like, but it's your body trying to burn some of those fats. When you go get a massage, what do they tell you? Drink plenty of water. Why? Because the massage is doing what to your muscles? They're agitating the muscles. They're releasing the toxins in your muscle fat and muscle tissue. So they say drink water to flush yourself. You got to know these things, right? So for those that are struggling with weight loss, you gotta start eating better food. Then your body will release that weight because there's no toxins, or not as many toxins in the fat. Read 2nd Esdras 16:21. Let me throw this one in there.
Book of 2nd Esdras,
Right.
chapter 16 and verse 21.
It is a Bible class. Read.
Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth,
Right.
that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
And this is the problem, man. We think that we in good case because we eating, because the food is cheap, right? We did it the food because the food is cheap. It's all good. Nah, it's bad, right? Go to Ezekiel. I think it's Ezekiel 4:13. Yep. Yeah, look at that. A little faster. Look at that. Got his whole brain back. Read that.
Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 13.
Go ahead.
And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among
Go ahead.
the
And
Gentiles.
that's what we're doing, man. Everything we eating is defiled. So is this a don't eat anything? Nah, this is a make better choices. Because at the end of the day, it's all filthy. If you took the people from Adam and Eve and dropped them right now and said, hey, take a breath, they probably die from the air. They probably take a drink of water and be like, what is this? What is y'all eating? What is y'all drinking? Why is the water, why does it look like clear? It's supposed to have a blue tint, nice and blue, right? Imagine having like beach blue water in your bottle, but they refine it down, right? It's not water. It's defiled. Defiled air, defiled food, but this is the thing. This is how Esau is waging war on us, through the things that we put in our body. So it's not just food, water, and air, but it's also the media you intake, right? Yeah. It's the things you take into your spirit, right? So I'm gonna finish this up real quick. So we know obesity, number 8, which I think we're all feeling, inflammation. Inflammation. Now I'm gonna say this: joint pain, arthritis, carpal tunnel syndrome, all that stuff is inflammation. And if you're inflamed in one part of the body, best believe the whole body is inflamed. You can't be inflamed on one part and the rest of your body is just fine. That's BS. Once you got arthritis in the knee, I'm pointing to my elbow. Once you got arthritis in the knee, guess where else is that? It's in the elbow, it's in the other knee, and it's in your head. It's just ready to be activated. But it's there. Inflammation is inflammation, right? So, consuming excess sugar triggers inflammation. Why? Because it breaks down first. It inflames the stomach, and once the stomach is inflamed, the rest is going to go, right? If you're constantly experiencing discomfort and inflammation in areas like your back, knees, that's linked to sugar. Change your diet. Stop eating all that bread. Right? Oh, sandwiches are healthy. Not the white bread, not that refined carb. when you remove sugar and flour, the arthritis symptoms alleviate because all it is arthritis, and the overall inflammation decreases. In today's population, inflammation has become a widespread concern due to our sugar intake. Sugar acts as an irritant to the body. That's why it's not about how much you eat. As soon as you eat it, your body becomes irritated. Irritated. You see that? Provoking inflammation. Regardless of the location, inflammation can manifest differently. In the stomach as gastritis, in the knees as arthritis, or in the bronchioles as bronchitis, in the lungs, right? So, I got a cough, but then you drinking like sugar, like OJ filled with sugar. It got 1 gram of vitamin C and 50 grams of sugar. How do you know it's bad for you? When you eat it and it starts to phlegm you up. That's what OJ does to a lot of people. Like the processed OJ. Natural OJ is different. Right? The point is that consuming sugar contributes to the nourishment of inflammation. It adds fuel to the fire. Right? Number 9, chronic disease. We're almost done. Right? Chronic disease. I mean, whatever chronic diseases you can think of, sugar is the culprit. Your high blood pressure, that's sugar. Right? Inflammation, that's sugar. Right? Gut issues, that's sugar. Diabetes, that's sugar. Right? So, because of the point is we eat so much of it and we associate our symptoms like, I got a headache, so I just need to drink some water. Mm-hmm. Well, you're right. You need to dilute the sugar that's in your blood. You need to dilute the sugar that's in your blood. That's why you got a headache. Right? And then there's other deficiencies. What do they say? About 80% of people in America are mineral deficient. And mainly magnesium, potassium, and calcium. Oh, vitamin D. Vitamin D is vitamin D is actually a hormone, not a mineral. Vitamin D is a hormone. No. We were told vitamin D is a hormone. Vitamin D is a mineral, I believe. But we're deficient in that, right? Because this is the thing. You can go outside, but if you don't have the other essentials in your body is not going to process the vitamin D that's there. Iron. A lot of us are not iron deficient. Like, you're not really anemic. Nobody is. You have enough iron in your blood. But guess what? It's rusty. Did you know you got iron rusted in your blood? You have to unlock the iron in your blood by eating the right foods. What's that?
So it says vitamin D is a hormone and calcium is a mineral.
Vitamin D is a hormone and what?
And calcium is a mineral.
Vitamin D is right. I think it's really a mineral though. They classify it as a hormone, but I think it's actually really a mineral when you look into its properties or something like that. Whatever makes it a mineral. I could be wrong. I'm not a scientist. Right? But I do look into these things. Mineral deficiency, that's one of the causes for a lot of, magnesium is responsible for 300 functions in your body. 300 like intercellular functions. One function is this. Magnesium is responsible for taking the calcium that is in your body and putting it in your bones, your teeth, and your bones. A lot of us got calcium and it's in your blood. So guess what you have when you have calcium in the blood? Guess what that is? It's a damn heart attack. It's called hypertension. That's hypertension. Because now your arteries are getting calcified, right? And it's hypertension, meaning excessive. But if you take magnesium is the relaxation mineral. You take that, you start to relax. It takes the calcium, puts it back in the bones, puts it back in the teeth, and now you get what? No hypertension, no heart attack, right? Right. Kidney diseases, too much sugar, right? Insulin deficiency, type 1, type 2, type 3, right? And last but not least, what a lot of Americans are fighting. What is a lot of Americans fighting? They can't find a cure for. They wear pink ribbons. They wear pink on the football field. Cancer. Sugar feeds cancer like a mug. Like, think about it. God forbid, right? But if you were diagnosed with cancer tomorrow, what's the first thing you would do?
Right.
Right? I wouldn't. What's the first thing you would do?
Right, what kind?
That don't matter. What's the first thing you would do?
I'll go try to find the seeded grapes. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, first, anybody ever diagnosed with cancer, the first thing you do is stop eating. That's the first thing you do. You stop eating and you juice everything. You stop eating food and you literally shut your system down because your immune system takes up so much energy. Not your immune, your digestive system uses so much energy that now you got to take that energy to destroy that cancer. So you juice everything, all fruit diet for a while. Clean up the cells, give your body a chance to fight off that cancer, and then you go into the veggies to build, and then you gotta stop eating plants. I mean, you gotta stop eating meat, right? Bologna. My bologna has a first name, C-A-N-C-A-R. No, C-A-N-C-E-R. Excuse me. My bologna has a first name, S-O-S-Y-A-R. My bologna has a second name, it's M-A-Y-E-R. Right? Remember Oscar Mayer? Really, your bologna's first name is cancer. Because bologna is considered a carcinogen, like Skittles. Right? They're cancer-causing foods. Skittles is a cancer causer. Think about it. They stopped serving cold cuts in hospitals because they found that they cause cancer. Bologna, right? Ham, sandwiches. We ain't doing that, right? Turkey bacon, right? Yeah, bro, all of it. All of it. All of it. Processed meats are one of the worst things because they put so much preservative in it. Processed meats don't go bad. Don't y'all know that? They don't get no mold on it. Not until like maybe 3 months. Uncovered in the fridge. You're like, that been back there? Oh, you moving all the stuff and you're like, wow, that's back there. Like, damn, that nigga was hiding. Right? And you examine it, like, oh, he's good enough to eat. Still smells edible, right? Ain't no mold, ain't nothing. How's like processed meat, hot dogs? Ooh. Right? It don't matter what hot dogs you eat. You can eat Nathaniel's, you can eat Oscar Mayer, you can eat whatever. It's all processed. And they use the worst parts of the animal. Right? So it feeds cancer. One of the most critical points to emphasize is that sugar fuels cancer growth. The more sugar present in your body, the more conductive the environment becomes for cancers to thrive. Right? A lot of PET scans. They introduce radioactive sugar. They do a PET scan to see how it travels through the body. They'll show you where cancer is in the body. Right? Because sugar goes in through all the little tissues. So they give you like, you ever see a PET scan? Yeah, they give you radioactive sugar. They throw you in the PET scan. It illuminates the blood and all that stuff. And it shows you where the sugar is going and where it's feeding that cancer. That's what a PET scan does. She's looking crazy back there like, what the hell is going on? Yeah, PET scans. Right? Yeah, they give you that sugar. They do it to even pregnant women. They give you all the sugar. The pink shit to see like diabetes or something. Right. Yeah. They can test all that. So they know what's up. They know what sugar does. They want to get your glucose levels up so they can see what's up and see what your insulin is looking like, all those different things. Right. So I mean that's what it is, man. It basically nourishes those cancer cells and helps them to do what? When you nourish something, it grows and it reproduces itself. Right? So infertility is an issue. Hormonal imbalances. Right? Acne. Those are just like some of the signs that we see. We see acne, we're like, oh, too much sugar, too much chocolate. right? But think about what it's doing. If your body is busting out a pimple or a cyst, trying to get all that toxin out, imagine what the inside of your body is looking like. Well, you can know by the fart. When you fart and it smells like a dead animal, it's coming up out of you. Or when you go to the number 2 and it smells like the Grim Reaper came up out of you.
God, no.
Yeah, bro. Because your poo ain't supposed to smell like that. It ain't supposed to clear rooms and rip tiles off the wall, bro. You go take a poo in the shingles, the bath curtains start balling up. The damn carpet get up and run. Nah, bro, that's bad. The toilet trying to run. The water starts. The water don't want that light. It's like, yeah, water don't want no part of it. The water is like, nah, I can't flush this. I'm on the valve, right? You ain't supposed to smell like that. But think about it. If it's coming out of you and smell like that, it's not because it hit the air and no, that's just my poo hitting the air and it causes nah, nigga, your guts smell like that. Your insides, your inward parts stink. You have to clean them. You have to detox, right? So, man, look, it's 9:19.
Wilding out.
It's 9:19. That was it, though. I wanted to get through all of that. Right? Yeah, I mean, I try to make the class fun because me just talking is boring. I know. But again, y'all could go look those headers up. Look those up for yourselves so you can see I'm not capping. You can see I'm not capping. And like I said, I want to do a lot more classes like this going into like specifics. Man. So hopefully I like that one, man. That's going to be it for the class. We thank y'all for joining us. We will see y'all back here next Wednesday. Stay tuned for San Antonio. They're still rocking. And then we got Rochester going live tomorrow. All right. So with that, we're going to say shalom.
Shalom.